Hello everyone, welcome to Tarang College e-learning platform. I am Sapnalika Goswami, Associate Professor from Department of Philosophy, Tarang College. Today I will deliver a lecture on the theory of evolution in Samkhya Philosophy. The great Scorpio was the founder of Samkhya Philosophy. Although Samkhya Philosophy discusses about 25 realities, yet basically it accepts two ultimate realities. Being a dualistic philosophy, it accepts that Purusha and Prakriti are the two supreme ultimate realities of this universe. Though these two realities are termed as Purusha and Prakriti, but they do not indicate the male and female respectively. These two are abstract realities. They can never be identical with any other physical substances of the world because they are the supreme realities of the universe. Purusha is conscious reality, but it is inactive. Prakriti is unconscious reality, but it is active. So the consciousness of Purusha and the activity of Prakriti both are essential for the evolution of the world. Hence, merely Purusha cannot evolve the objects of the world, and merely Prakriti also cannot evolve the objects of the world. So, both Purusha and Prakriti are essential for the evolution of the world in Sankhya philosophy. But here, question arises how these two opposite realities work together in the evolution of the world. We must say that it is an automatic process. At some moment, automatically, Purusha comes in contact with Prakriti. It is a natural process. Being completely opposed to each other, Purusha and Prakriti both attract each other and dissolve oneself with other. Both becomes one and the evolution of the world starts. Prakriti consists of three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. The equilibrium state of these three gunas is called as Prakriti. As soon as Purusha and Prakriti both come in contact with each other, there is a tremendous commotion in the bosom of Prakriti. As a result, sattva wants to predominate over rajas and tamas. At times, rajas wants to predominate over the other two gunas, and at times tamas wants to predominate over the other two gunas, sattva and rajas. As a consequence, sometimes sattva can predominate over the other two gunas, that is rajas and tamas, and we find the object with the predominance of sattva. Sometimes rajas can predominate over the other two gunas, and we find the objects with the predominance of rajas, and sometimes tamas can predominate over the other two gunas, sattva and rajas, and we find the objects with the predominance of tamas. The evolution starts out of the Prakriti, since Prakriti is the only active reality. The first stage is called as Mahat or Buddhi. When it is in man, then it is called as Buddhi. That is from the psychological viewpoint, it is called as intellect. It is the germ of the great universe. The second product of evolution is Ahankara. Ahankara is of three types: Sattika Ahankara, Rajasika Ahankara, and Tamashika Ahankara. Since in Sankhya philosophy, Purusha is the self, so by its own nature, Purusha is the conscious reality. Being the conscious reality, due to its ignorance, Purusha regards itself as identical with Prakriti and dissolves itself with Prakriti. At that time, Purusha no longer remains as Purusha or the self. At that time, it is in the stage of Ahankara. So Purusha becomes Vyavaharika Purusha or Jiva at that stage and has the feeling of I and mine. At that time, no longer the self or Purusha remains as self, it becomes Jiva, which is in the stage of bondage, that is Baddha Jiva. At that time, Purusha regards the activities of Prakriti as its own, and as a result, Purusa regards himself as enjoyer, perceiver, doer, etc. Next, we find mind, which is regarded in Indian philosophy as an internal sense organ. In Indian thought, mind is accepted as the sixth sense organ. Then we find five organs of knowledge, that is eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin. Then arises five organs of actions. We have in our physical body five organs of actions through which we walk. These are hand, feet, mouth, sex organ, and anus. In the stages of evolution, then we find the Panchatan mantra, which are color, taste, smell, sound, and touch. From Panchatan mantra, we find the Panchamahabhutas, which are earth, water, fire, air, and ether, that is, Chiti, Apo, Des, Marut, and Vyom. The last product of the Samkhya theory of evolution is Panchamahabhuta. Generally, it is said that after the destruction of the gross body, it dissolves within Panchamahabhutas. Samkhya theory of evolution has two aspects. One is Bhautik Sarga or Buddhi Sarga, and the other is Pratyaya Sarga or Tanmantra Sarga. From Buddhi to Pancha Karmendriya, it is called Buddhi Sarga. From Pancha Tanmantra to Pancha Mahabhuta, it is called Tanmantra Sarga. In this way, Samkhya philosophy explains their theory of evolution. But Samkhya theory of evolution is not beyond criticism. It has been criticized that since both Purusa and Prakriti are completely opposed to each other, so how is it possible to dissolve oneself with the other? But Sankhya philosophers reply that since both are two abstract realities, they are not like the ordinary substances of the world. So it is possible for them to dissolve with each other. Thank you.